Let's learn how to draw a fox. We will be using oil pastels to draw our fox today, along with line, shape, and color.
Boys and girls, now let's draw a fox. So first I'll find the middle of my paper. Once I have the middle of my paper, I'm going to use my black oil pastel and I'm going to start with my fox's nose. My fox's nose, I'm going to draw a short horizontal line. So I'm using my black oil pastel and I'm using a short horizontal line about in the middle of my paper. Remember, it's oil pastel, so you don't want to take your hand and wipe it because it will smear. Now I'm going to turn this line into a half circle. So starting here at one end, I'm going to go down, over, and up. Down, over, and up. Now that I've got that finished, I'm going to go ahead and color it in. Now I have a nose for my fox. My next step is I'm going to draw a little curved or arched line for a smile. My smile, I think I'm going to have it be on one side of my fox's face. So I'm going to make a smile where I only draw a curved line right here. Down and up. And if I want the mouth to be open just a little bit, I'll do another one underneath. Down and up. Notice I connected them so they kind of look like a banana. I'm going to color this in. And now I have a nose and a mouth for my fox. Now I'm going to make the muzzle. Remember, cats, dogs, and animals like foxes have a part of their face that sticks out. That part is called the muzzle. To make the muzzle, I'm going to make a horizontal line above the nose. I'm making a horizontal line above the nose. And now I'm going to make a curved line that starts here and curves around the mouth. So I'm starting here, curve around the mouth. Remember, if you're not sure how to draw it, practice doing some air drawing with me and your finger. So I'm starting at one end, going down and around. Piece of cake. Now that this is finished, I'm going to make the eyes. I want my fox's eyes to be closed. Maybe he or she is resting. So I'm going to make two arched lines that are arched down. So I'm going to go like this. One. And I could do the trick where I make it look a little bit bigger by making another one connecting. Remember I said it looks like a banana. You could also call that shape a crescent, kind of like a crescent moon. All right, my fox needs to have two eyes, so I'll do another one here. Down and up. I'll try to make them the same, the best I can. Down and up. Color that in just a little bit. Piece of cake. Now I'm going to add a couple of polka dots. That'll show where the whiskers grow. So I'm making a little dot. A dot is a circle that's filled in. If it were called a circle, then it would be empty on the inside. A dot is a circle that's filled in. I'm going to switch now to my red, and I'm going to make little cheeks for my fox. But I want to make my cheeks shaped like a heart. You don't have to if you don't want to. You could just draw a circle there with your red, and on the other side, a circle there. But I'm going to draw a heart. If you're not sure how to draw a heart, you might want to watch first. It's two arched or bumped lines. 1, 2. Notice I'm not drawing too close to the edge of my paper. I still need to have room to draw the side of my fox's face. If you got really close to the side of your paper, don't worry about it. Think of this drawing as your practice one and you can try it again on your next one. Now that I have the top of my heart, I'm going to make a letter V like this. Down and up. Practice with your finger a couple of times until you feel like your finger knows what to do, and then have your hand try it. And once you've got one heart done, I'm going to color it a little bit, but I want the heart to be pink. So I'm going to set my red down and I'm going to use white. When you use white, to make a color light, it is called a tint. Now I have a tint of red, or a light red. We call light red pink. So I've got that done on one side. I could make it where my fox just has one pink cheek on one side. That would be interesting. But I think I'll go ahead and put another one over here. So I'm going to make it have 1, 2 bumps down, down like the letter V. Color, baby, color. Color that in and make it light by adding white. When you make the color light, it is called a tint. So I've got my beautiful tint of red, which we call pink. All right, so my fox is looking mighty foxy. So now what I'm going to do is start to work on the shape of my fox's face. So for that, what I'll do is this. Foxes have a very distinctive color that goes around their eyes like this. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put a little dot in the middle of this horizontal line so I know where to start. And now I'm going to make an arched line. I don't want my arched line to go up really high or else I won't have enough room for my fox's ears. So I'm just kind of going up over the eyes and then down. Up, over the eyes, and then down. So let me try that. Up, over the eyes, and my extra hand is holding my paper really still, and then down. Now I can do the same thing on the other side, but let me practice first. Up, over, and down, up, over, and down. Got it. Remember, if you draw this and you're not happy with it, keep going. Think about turning it into something you are happy with, or boys and girls, we can always try it again. Think of it as practice. All right, so now that I've got this part done, I'm going to have the sides of the head come up just a little bit like this. Boop, boop. Perfect. And now I'm going to connect these two lines. I'm connecting these two lines right here with a big horizontal line. So it almost looks like a really odd shaped T. I want this to be pink also, so I'm going to very lightly color this red. Notice I'm staying in my lines. And now I will go back and use my white to make it light. Because I used my red very lightly and I didn't press hard, I can see my pink a lot better. And I'm using that white on top of all of the red. It's mixing as if I were painting. All right, friends, now what I'm going to work on are the ears, and I'm going to make an angle line. It'll look almost like the letter A. So starting on one end, I'll go up to the tippy top of my paper, come back down. Starting on one end, I'll go up to the tippy top of my paper, come back down. If you want to get a little fancy and put another triangle inside, you can totally do that. And I think I'll leave the little triangles inside white, but I think I want the ears to be the same color as the color I just made, which is pink. So notice I colored it very lightly so that I could now go back over it with my white. I don't know if you noticed this, but my fox's face is almost completely what's called symmetrical. Symmetrical means if you drew a line right down the middle, my fox would be the same on both sides. However, there are a couple of things that are making it so it is not exactly the same on both sides. Can you spot those things? If you said it was this curve and the mouth, you are correct. Because I have this curve in the mouth, my fox's face is not exactly the same on both sides. It's not symmetrical. All right, kids, the last couple of things I'm going to do are this. I'm going to make the sides of the face. So notice I can't make my side of the face come straight down. I'll bump into the heart. So on this side, I'll start here, and I'm going to come down to there. So I'm starting here, and I have to make a little bit of a curve or a diagonal to go around the heart. I'll do the same thing over here. And now what I'm going to do is connect these two lines, but I'm going to think about the texture of a fox. I know that if I were to pet a fox, that it would have a soft, furry texture. So if I draw a straight line here, it might not look like a furry fox, but if I make a line that's a little bit of a zigzag, it might make it look a little bit more furry. In fact, while you're doing that, I might even draw a little bit of a zigzag up here to show that my Mr. Fox has a little bit of hair on top of his head. Perfect. Now, for your last step, if you want to do it, you don't have to. You might not even have room, but I'm going to add a little bow tie. So I'm going to draw a circle. If you don't have room at the bottom for your bow tie, but you have room at the top, you could put this little bow at the top, and then suddenly you have a girl fox. Diagonal, I'm overlapping or going over some of my lines, that's okay. Diagonal, diagonal down, connect, connect, color. Add a little white to blend it in, make it light. Alrighty, now my last thing I'm going to do is take my black and outline my bow tie. To make my bow tie look like it's popping out, I always make a curve and a curve at the top. Maybe this bow tie will have stripes. All right, friends, Fox is complete.